The time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the skies from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up of the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Yes, family. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Menen. Y'all already know, man, it's one perfect balance. One perfecto balance. You know, nothing about nothing else, regardless of the agenda. So here we are now on another fabulous, believe it or not, can you actually believe it already? It's another Free Up Friday. Yo, these days go by so quick, it make you wonder, man. Make your head spin. Anyhow, we on here tonight. Let me try to get the mic right. There you go. Yeah. So family, all I'm going to say is, you know, I hope that everyone had a week that was strong and looking forward to a little rest and relaxation and, you know, to reboot things, unfortunately, again for next week. If you're still on the same treadmill, it's time for change, though. I mean, change that we can begin to explain, change that requires to do something a little different than we've been doing. Because once we keep doing what we've been doing, we don't get what we've been getting. It's like a perpetual cycle. Running on a treadmill, going nowhere fast. Before you know it, the whole year done pass. Nevertheless, we up and running. So having said that, I want to say a few things tonight that might seem a little strange. I decided to do the open mic, as y'all can tell, you know, and yeah, because so much has been said, so much is being said, is like, what next? What next? I see you, Black Lion. I got a special shout out for you from St. Vincent, the country known as St. Vincent. Yaramin, the elders said to shout you for sure. I won't give a minute, let some folks taxi on up in here. While we taxi down this runway, we're gonna take a little regional flight tonight. A lot of stuff being said. We just gonna open it up and see what the people have to say. You know how y'all get on politically incorrect, you know, all speechless, less speech. Make sure you see what's going on here in cyborg space. So it's becoming more and more clear that the governments in Barbados have been doing a lot of underhandedness for quite some time. I mean, we could focus on the Mayor Motley administration because obviously that's who's currently driving the bus. The last bus went off the cliff, if y'all can remember correctly. Nevertheless, they're all destined to do the same thing. That's just the reality of it. And no matter how much we try to, you know, philosophize it or socialize it, politicians are politicians. I mean, I think that's just it, long and short. What we lack is knowledge. My people are destroyed because they lack knowledge, and we gonna go to this over and over and over again until we come to the realization, unless we are dealing with self-government, self-governing, unless we're talking about sovereignty and taking sovereignty, because right now, Bajans don't have no sovereignty. I mean, folks talk that word freely. They don't have no sovereignty. The security forces and the politicians ensure that they keep things in such a way that they foot stay on your neck. So much so that, for the most part, most individuals in Barbados may know what's going on, see what's going on, and would rather say nothing. It's only after the fact that they no longer get feed by the master that they then start to say a whole lot. At the time, though, most folks are usually mute, satisfied with taking the same taxpayers' money that they tell you was taken after the fact. That might come across as a little slight, but whoever the cap fit. What I would say, however, is this, though. Self-governing and self-governance. If we are not having that conversation, we're having the wrong conversation. And that's just it. Because outside of that, the only thing you're asking for then is comfortability. with the enslavement. And albeit that some individuals are pretty much fine with it and perhaps don't mind it, a lot of us, we don't plan on going down that direction at all. At all. I want to, yeah, I think I'm going to go this route today. We're going to drop a tune real quick. You know how it is already, how we do. Before we get to that, I want to ask you all a serious question. A serious question. I mean, it seems strange, but how should I put it? What do you want for yourself in Barbados? Let's say next 5 years. What do you want for yourself in Barbados the next 10 years? What do you want for yourself in Barbados the next 20 years? You know, where do you see this is going? Where do you see it going? Because a lot of us have children, and although we may not look at it that way, what we do today sets up what they will do tomorrow. So I just have a few questions tonight before we get into the program. Calling. What do you see? What do you want for yourself? What do you see for yourself in Barbados in 5 years? You know, it could be even 2 years. What do you see Barbados for yourself in Barbados 10 years, 15, 20 years? What do you see? What would you like? This is where we at. And I mean, if you take a drive, you see a lot of developments going up, a lot of homes, but they're empty, which is the strangest thing. So it makes you wonder, what are they really preparing for? What are they preparing for? What are they preparing for? All these homes empty. Who's coming for dinner, family? Who is coming for dinner? Perhaps that should have been the question for tonight. Who's coming for dinner? Anyhow, let's drop a tune here, man. And let's drop a tune here, man. I'm going to go to one of our resident songbirds, and because it's always a message, man. It's always a message. I wanted to pull something new. I'm going to pull this one, man. It's not new, but I'm going to pull this one. Go tell a friend and tell a friend, family. Politically Incorrect Live. Y'all know how this thing go already. So I ain't got to tell you. Man. Let me just pull this one. Peace of mind, family. When it's all said and done, all the nation is peace of mind.
Some like living in the fast day. Woo! But I'ma take it slow.
Take it slow, family.
Choose joy over that game.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Boy, I hope you know.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
The world is a crazy place, yeah. And glitter is
shout out to Dominica. Whole family of Dominica.
Again, no way. Gonna war against your soul.
Shout to the elder.
Live upright. Keep on fighting the good fight. In love, shine bright. I never burden, we live life. One heart, one life. I better study that peace of mind.
Peace of mind, family.
In them circles, make use of your time. The fight, the catch, the name of the game. The high rolling, the balling, the craving, the fame. Don't wanna walk in out the sun, they want to make it rain. All we wanna do is get them food for the brain.
Tell a friend, family.
There's a learning curve, no matter what you see or heard. Like
shout out to Indra.
Deserve a really be a hit to serve. Don't gain the world.
Strictly homegrown, man.
Many times have you been told, no one gets so cold.
I'm homegrown, man. High grade.
Upright, keep on fighting the good fight. Walk in love, shine bright. I never burden, we live life. One heart, one life. I better study that peace of mind. Don't you walk in them circles. Make use of your precious time. Everyone will face temptation, and everybody does hurt.
Shout out to Bishai.
Look within and know your motive.
Step into the light.
It's in the name man must be.
Every Friday.
Money can do so.
The whole of St. Vincent, Yarraman, Rune Land.
To worship it Without love,
Shout
don't
out to the Black Moors.
thing. And love is our faithful
Apparently some of them like the white, yeah.
and high, upright.
Some like the white.
Keep on fighting the good fight.
The consciousness.
In the shine bright light. Never burden, we live life. One heart, one life. I better study that piece of mind. You are in them circles.
So you walk in them circles, yeah. Go to the whole Caribbean family, one Caribbean. Different state of mind, man. You don't want comfortability. You do not want comfort. Straight up.
On high, live upright.
Peace of mind, man.
Keep on fighting the good fight. Walk in love and shine bright. A never burden, we live life. One heart, one life. I better study that peace of mind. You better study that peace of mind. I better study that
peace of mind. Give thanks, Indra. Peace of mind, man.
Study that peace of mind.
Peace of mind, man. Peace of mind. Yeah, peace of mind, family. We don't want a piece of the rock. We want a peace of mind. I love the energy, man. So we start the night. It's a reality check. You know what I'm saying? I can cash it when y'all see fit. Straight up. Yeah. Peace of mind. It's amazing how valuable a peace of mind is when you don't have nothing else. You know, it's funny because, you know, we don't take that as serious as we ought to. You know, it's funny because when I think about Egypt and the scriptures and the stories in the books, there's a story about Egypt and Egypt. That's my daughter always saying. Yeah, shout out to the princess. Oh, she's feeling better by now. The funny thing is that we don't recognize that not everybody crossed the Red Sea. You know, there was a story where Moses was told to go and tell Pharaoh to let my people go, you know, the burning bush. And so he went and he told Pharaoh, look, you know, the bush tell me to tell you, you know, the bush tell me to tell you, you know, the I am, let the people go. And Pharaoh didn't, you know, they said Pharaoh hardened his heart, but I was told, according to the story, that, you know, Pharaoh hardened his heart wasn't his choice. In fact, if you want to be truthful, Pharaoh was obedient. He was very obedient. He was very obedient. You know what I'm saying? So we could say what we like. He was obedient. But the thing I want to get to tonight, though, is the fact that that's not just that he was obedient. He was fulfilling his divine role. And so although we look at it from one perspective, the reality is everything played out based on divine script. It had to happen the way it happened. And let's fast forward to Barbados. We see all these different things going on. And it's good because it have a lot of people aware, like COVID. COVID brought everybody to the table. Like, yo, pay attention. They got the whole world to shut down. They stopped the entire movement of the world. And the way they did it is, guess how? Through media. They did it through media. They didn't do it. Police wasn't marching up and down. I mean, that stuff came down the line. But what pushed the whole agenda was one word: media. And those who deal with the occult science and practice certain crafts would know that media is plural for medium. The medium. Now, medium is just that, a medium. So they use the media via the medium to program the people. They program an entire world for the most part, because there were some folks who had an old phone and 2 clothespins on top of ironing board that made a difference. Not everybody, but a lot of folks went with the program. But some, those who were chosen, chose to take a stance differently, like the Hebrew boys. Go ahead and light the fire, man. We're not even worried about that. But I'm saying all this to say that as we move forward, let's not lose sight of the fact that there's a system in place that has a particular agenda. And no matter what we say or do, the aim is to fulfill that in some form or fashion. But the good news is, and I ain't talking about the gospel, but the good news is that once you can see the cage, once you see the cage, then you can see the exit. It's not seeing the cage that presents a problem. Because even if you're fighting, and even if you do decide to fight, like the brother LRG said a few years back, what are we fighting for? You're fighting because you're emotionally upset because you heard some information that didn't sit right with you. Okay, that's perhaps a reason, but then what? I'm sure you'll sooner find yourself in the same position led by somebody else doing the same thing that they did before you was fighting. Knowledge, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. And that's it, man. We lack the knowledge of who we are as a people, who we are as a nation, recognizing that we do not need the system that has designed and fooled us into thinking that we actually need them. And until we come to the realization that we do not need them, we're going to always be fighting for comfort and asking them to make us comfortable with our enslavement. But perhaps some folks want to stay in Egypt. In fact, a lot of folks want to stay in Egypt. And that's not a problem because, man, I mean, you can only do what you are conditioned to do. So having said that, let me see if I can put this number up here on the Let me drop this real quick here. Boom. Yes. All right. Doing some. Yeah. Put that right there. Put it on the screen, man. You know, telephone number is on the screen now, family. You see what's going on. It's on the screen. Let me see. Put it to scroll. Easier that way. Area code is 246-838-8253. Y'all already know. The question is, where do you see Barbados going? I mean, because so many things are happening. I mean, I keep hearing it every day. Land being taken from families, government not paying this, the issue of the pension. And showed it to the others that, I mean, there are a lot of folks who up in arms with this pension and want it to stay the way it is. I have an issue with where it is, period. You know, so although some are fighting to let it stay where it is and not change it, not go from 65 or whatever, 65 in the third, 3 months and 2 days, or whatever it is, the whole pension plan in itself is a problem. Full stop. It needs immediate reform to suit an idea that is a little bit more realistic and practical to the idea of a pension plan. Why you got to wait to 60 plus years old to then start working on this plantation called this corporation called Barbados? Why? Because it's company policy. These company policies, they're not going to change the company policies unless the employees force their hand or the employees create their own company. I'm just saying. So having said that, by the way, shout out to all the family online from near and far, from at home and abroad. I got to shout out the elders in St. Vincent doing great things. Shout out to Bishai. Shout out to the professor in Guyana. You know who you are, know what you're doing. Great works in the region. Shout out to the Ministry of Agriculture in St. Vincent for seeing the power in the initiative and pushing it as well. Yeah. And who would have thought, right? Well, look, if they only knew. But I give thanks, nevertheless, to see that the thing happening. And that's how it is. You know, like I said, we don't need them. You know, they need us. And unless we recognize that, you know, why the Muslim community not out there arguing about pension? Why the white Bajans not out there arguing about pension? Where they at, man? Where they at? You know, this is crazy, man. Crazy. Family, all I'm going to say is self-governing is what we need to be. The nation of Israel need to recognize who they are. Israel, the children of the sun, and just start reflecting that. God said, "Let's make man in our image." So let us who have more insight start to teach more insight. So the number again is 246-838-8253. Feel free to tell a friend to tell a friend. Politically Incorrect is live, up and running. Let me see. Daffodil, I see you, Daffodil. Greetings to you too. I see you, Beverly. Jackie, I see you. And welcome home again. I hope you're enjoying the sun, the sea, and the sand. I heard you had a wonderful time at the ocean front first night. And yeah, beautiful times, beautiful times, beautiful times. Shout out to the whole family, man. This bottom line. I could not come and shout you all tonight. Wouldn't go work. This week was an amazing week. I mean, amazing. So I give thanks for sure. For sure. I wanted to, matter of fact, let me see if I can mention it. Y'all realize that there's a whole lot of articles right now in the media, and of course, most of them are centered around the same kind of conversations. This guy Prasad says repaying NIS $1.3 billion would put Barbados dollars at risk. These are kind of conversations that they're having. I mean, this should make you wonder where they find these people. And I know, right, that he's affected by none of this. In fact, he called it a ridiculous. Let me go and share the page, man. Let me go and share the page real quick. He called it a ridiculous measure. I think that was the word he chose to use. Ridiculous measure. Let me go ahead and put this up in my good dear brother Prasad. He said it was a ridiculous measure, remedy being proposed that repaying, because someone was saying, we want back our money now, and I heard Brother Kia as well and Marcia speaking the same tune, and a lot of folks are bringing attention to, well, for lack of a better word, the corruption that's been rampant in BIM now for quite some time. Let me put it this way. The reality, though, right, family? Y'all can see that clearly. Yeah. Here's the reality. His logic for doing so, I guess, in terms of where the money would come from. But we got to understand that when Barbados was created as a corporation and there were different fighting factions going on, we got to understand that when it wasn't a case where, and I hear a few, I don't want to call them historians, but individuals speak and they talk about Barbados like it is a case where, well, back in 1630 something and 40 something and 50 something, when they had the charters and whatnot, that the enslaved somehow had a say in what was going on. And of course, they like to paint the picture that, well, we were opposing it and therefore our opposition is what caused it to change. The funny thing is, it took centuries to change it in our favor, which is funny because it was always more us than it was of them. So you always wonder why we never took over why we never took the plantation, why we never took it. I mean, it's a few handful of white folks, with a couple of guns, a couple of bullets, and there are hundreds of us, thousands. Why we never took it? So we're led to think that it was a case where we were passively approaching reform with a bit of agitation, a little pushback. And I mean, that idea is ridiculous because you can't round up a pack of animals that had not known in captivity and expect them to passively try to escape. They're going to be going crazy because that's nah. They have never, from the inception of this country, had any intention to empower the people that they plan to enslave. They may make you comfortable with your enslavement, where you don't question your enslavement. In fact, you accept your enslavement. And that is basically what is going on today. That's why people like Prasad can come and say it's a ridiculous remedy. You took the people money, you dispersed the money, allegedly lost the money. I mean, like I said, they could lose a cell phone or a watch, you might lose a chain, might even lose $100 bill at your pocket, might even lose bus fare. But how do you lose $1.3 billion? Like, there's no digital paper trail. It must be a digital paper trail. There has to be a digital paper trail. Where did the money go? Where was it invested? Why are we not being told these things? You see, so what I'm saying is that a lot of them know, quite frankly, what happened. But this is just pure rhetoric by the merchants, whose objective and only objective is to basically make you work and then take from you, justifying it in some form of taxation, which is exploitation because you have no representation. Anyhow, it's articles like these that when I come across, I smile at myself and I say, I wonder who else is picking up on this, because it adds fuel to the already burning fire. And as if that wasn't sufficient, wait, there's more. As always, you can always find more. And if you look close enough, the more you look, well, I can't even say the less you see. Because in this case, the more you look, the more you might want to look away. Finally, and I do say finally, and unfortunately, I probably shouldn't say that, there's some talk coming out of the Democratic Labour Party's camp, which is the complete irony to me, because when last you checked, this bus went over the cliff. And the reason why the bus went over the cliff, because of the same reasons. The things that they were doing while they were holding the wheel. I suppose somebody said Jesus take the wheel. They must have took it from Jesus, because they crashed the bus. Completely crashed the bus. The Democratic Labour Party will limp in Barbados, perhaps now for decades, before they ever see the light of victory. Not saying that the BLP will actually have the position of leadership indefinitely, but a lot of things about to change in this nation. A lot of things. And I ain't prophesying, man, but just think about it. If you look at who's in charge and the people they have to fill the ranks, I mean, look at the younger generation getting older, who they're looking for in terms of leadership. A lot of young people are not even interested in the politics, but the plantocracy and the elite, those who actually have a say in this whole measure of things, trust me, they're the ones that's paying attention. Nevertheless, they say they're warning consumers that prices will go up. Now, Democratic Party, I mean, far as I'm concerned, this brother right here could sit down. Not saying that. I mean, he could sit down. He should sit down. What's his name? Ryan ran as man to man. I'm just going to say this out of respect for you and your political rhetoric. You know, just sit down. Just sit down. And the reason why I'm saying that, not being rude, I'm simply saying the people in Barbados right now need solutions. They don't need no more gaslighting. There's enough gaslighting going around. Like, there's enough of it. We need solutions. We need solutions and the implementation of these solutions with a matter of urgency as it pertains to housing, food, education, especially seeing South September is around the school. We have been distracted by so many things in the last few weeks. Do y'all realize that September is around the corner? And all that we would have been fighting for the school children over the last few weeks, months, almost a year now, going back to this instrument test. Everything going quiet. School's about to open. Our children are about to be exposed to things that we can't begin to imagine. Man, y'all don't hear me though. Do not fall for it. Every conversation does not need an input. A lot of it is just like Prasad. I mean, giving back the $1.3 billion would cripple the economy. No, it's stopping y'all from taking the money. they stop you from taking the money, then that'll fix the economy. You start by giving back the people the money you took. Give back every individual that paid into INS in the last how many decades. Give them back their money. Give them all in checks. Give back their money. They work for it. It's theirs. Let them. Some other lady said that Barbados isn't ready. But well, no, she didn't say ready. She said that Bajans are not. Well, let me get it right. Let me not get it wrong. Hang on a second. Let me go look for it. She said that we can't afford alternate insurance. Pension plans was the word she used. Former minister, I think she's a former minister. Well, I don't know her name. Former ministers. Oh, that's Lynette Eastman. I think that is. Former minister says Bajans can't afford pension plans outside NIS. You know, Lynette Eastman is an individual I would have known. Well, I don't really know her. We had a few encounters in the past, work related, really. And so that would have been the extent of that. And I've always heard her speak passionately about a lot of things I myself might be somewhat passionate about and perhaps have a different approach. But anyone speaking about matters that need to be spoken about, that's fine with me. At least at the very least, it brings awareness, even from a standpoint of being politically correct. But I don't know if I agree with Ms. Eastman on this one, for the simple fact that if you calculate what your national insurance takes from you on a weekly or monthly basis out of what you call your salary, I am quite certain that every Barbadian who is paying into that can more than afford a reasonable pension plan. In fact, it may work to the advantage in that the equity that is accumulated over the period of time perhaps can be taken out in the form of cash for some other ta-da. Yes. Like I was saying, you gotta love it. I was speaking about Miss Eastman's statement that Barbadians cannot afford pension. And I was saying that I beg to differ. I beg to differ, you know. And the reason why I beg to differ is because, let me just make this clear. Let me just go ahead and share this link. Hang on a second. Let me just put this up here in the front and center so y'all can see what it is I'm referring to. Yeah, there you go. Let me just add this to the stream. Here you go. So Ms. Eastman is saying, Richard, the foreign minister, says Bajans can't afford pension plans outside of national insurance scheme. Actually, no, I'm not. Sorry. I scam. Now, why am I saying this? You know, the plantocracy and the aristocrats will have us believe that this is what's best for all of us, when in reality, this is what's best for them. And their language will always be such. It will always be such. You will never hear them. You will never. It is only the oppressed that can bring solutions to oppression, because the oppressor will never see and comprehend what the oppressed is dealing with. They can't. It is not fundamentally in their thinking to comprehend. They cannot. It's emphatically impossible for them to comprehend. Only those who are oppressed can see the way out of the oppression. That's why most inventions, if not all, were created by those who were oppressed. And the reason why they were the ones who created those was to find ways to make what they do more efficient. All the oppressor wanted was the job done. The oppressed had to find a way to get it done easier. But like I said, if you deduct what is taken out of your salary on a weekly or monthly basis, I am certain that the Arvis Insurance Pension Plan, the individual will be able to pay into that couple $100 when the month comes. I am certain that the INS takes way more than $200 or $300. In fact, how much money does the INS take from the Arvis check on a monthly basis? Somebody put that up there for me. You don't have to post your salary, but put what the national insurance, how much, not just the percentage, the money, the dollar value. What percentage of your salary on an Arvis salary does the national insurance take out to put in your national insurance? What is it? Exactly how much money do they take out? Because I'm telling you, Mr. Eastman, I'm not sure what your thinking is going into this, but I beg to differ. Okay. Well, that's a rough one right there. Let me just go back here real quick. I didn't realize that. All right. Listen, family, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Wait, you know what? I forgot to tell the family tonight. It's one of those nights indeed. Better late than never. And like I said, it's another, interestingly enough, Friday, and those who celebrate tonight as a sacred night, Shabbat Shalom. Assalamu alaikum to the brothers and sisters. And Ashe Hotep, conscious community. Peace, Islam to the Moors. Rastafari, brethren and sister, and love and light to everyone else. Y'all already know. But Philip, I see you. I see you, Philip. I know that so much is going on right now. Shabbat Shalom to you too. There's so much. Barry, I see you, brethren. You got to give me a call tomorrow, first light. We got to talk. Yes, we got to talk like a matter of urgency. We must talk tomorrow. Make it happen. Sonia, I wanted to show. Sonia, I sent you a message earlier, though. Why you respond? Give me a call, too. First light. Give me a call in the morning, Sonia. Some stuff we want to run by you. Beverly, I see you, as always. Can't miss you. I see Aaron as well. Shalom, shalom, people. Shabbat shalom, my brother. Legal robbery. National insurance is classified as legal. I call it friendly extortion. It's friendly extortion. Yes, it's legal robbery in the form of friendly extortion. That's what that is, man. That is what that is, man. With the promise of helping you when you get down the road. The funny thing is, you got to first make it down the road. And the way they put things in place in terms of the food they supply for you, the options they give you to choose from, and the health care that might be lacking in some capacity, not to mention the stress-related issues and plaguing the society. They don't want you to make it. So when they move the goalposts, know that they're trying to. You lucky they didn't ask you to make it to 100 years old before you get a pension, before you could actually access what is yours, what you could access, what is rightfully yours. You got to leave it there for 60, 40, however many to you are 65 years old. I think at this point, that is ludicrous. You should be able to access what is yours as you see fit, when you see fit, because of circumstances that might come up. You got an emergency, you should be able to go and access your funds. That's why I'm telling you, this whole thing is a joke, man. It's a serious joke. I would like to think that. Hang on a second. I got a call here. Let me take this call and see. Hi, greetings. You're on the air. Welcome to Politically Incorrect.
How you doing, man? My name is Nilson. I'm listening to your podcast on YouTube.
What's your name?
I'm Nilson.
Nilson.
Wilson. Yeah, I'm probably my username is probably shown as Jesus Abba.
Okay. Well, welcome to Politically Incorrect. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from the United States, from Massachusetts.
Wow. That sounds far.
Yeah.
That sounds far.
Yeah. I'm calling you, bro, because it just so happened that your page came up to me, in my algorithm, and all the things you speak of, it really resonates with me. I'm from Brazil originally.
Okay.
And everything you're saying, I'm actually preaching against it over here in the U.S. now, and the system is rising up against me, because I'm talking about everything. How Haiti was the first nation, right?
That's
first
right.
African nation to be freed, and Brazil was actually the last one. Wow. That's what most people don't know.
Yes, City of God. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that was the last one, and everything that you're saying, man. And I also, why the reason why I'm calling is you seem to believe in God, and I'm a Jesus believer, and I just wanted to know, where you stand with God and stuff like that. I wanted to get to know you more, and this was just a call. I know you're doing your thing. I don't even want to interrupt your thing, and I just wanted to, see if we can start a relationship, because we can talk, with in depthness. Why is every other country, because the truth is, what you're talking about is the 1%ers of this world, the true enslavers of the world, the so-called, what people know as the Illuminati. They are the ones who are oppressing the whole world, and it seems like a man can never get ahead in this world, unless if he subjugates himself to be enslaved. We're modern in slavery.
That's right.
And you understand?
For sure.
So that's why I wanted to extend this call, man. I saw that you were on, and I gave it a call to see, if we can set up some time we can speak on, some more.
Well, I'll tell you what, is that your number? Is that your number that showed up on the call?
That is my number.
Okay.
Man.
Well, I want to thank you.
What's your name?
Sorry, say that again.
What's your name? I'm sorry, because I know you as politically incorrect.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Emmanuel, yes.
All right. Okay, man. So when can we talk, man?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll save this number, and I'll give you I'll reach out to you maybe first light, and we go from there for sure.
Thank you very much, man. You'll keep doing what you're doing. You're seeing the world as, you're seeing the truth.
Wow.
And that's where I wanted to call to.
Well, I give you thanks for calling. What's your name again?
E. Nilsson.
E. Nilsson.
Correct.
Okay. Well, we thank you for calling. We're located in Barbados in the Caribbean, and we'll dialogue some more. And again, tell a friend to tell a friend. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. It's us who got to come together and organize. And nothing happens by chance. God is in control, and therefore God will bring his necessary people together for different reasons. So yeah, we gonna converse, brother. Give thanks, huh?
All right, man. Take care, bro.
All right.
I'll be listening over here.
All right.
Thank you for answering.
Shabbat shalom. All right, brother. All right, E. Nilsson from Massachusetts. That sounds far though. Like, yo, I don't even know what to say to that one there, buddy. Politically incorrect, going far. Listen, one of this, dots connecting. That's right, Daffodil. Shout out to the brother. Y'all already know, send nothing but kinetic energy to the brother. He said his system is coming against him for speaking truth. Don't we know about that here in Barbados? Don't we know about that? And so to everyone that's speaking truth to power, I definitely want to say again, hold firm, hold firm. Like Moses telling the Pharaoh to let my people go. Despite all the forces they have, despite all the security forces in place, we serve an almighty God. We're not worried about whatever they're talking about. We're not even studying them. We're here to do a work. We're on a divine work. We're on a divine mission. And we're going to fulfill that. And that's it, man. So show it to anybody that's putting in work on a conscious level, trying to help people see the light and find their way in this darkening world. More strength to you, man. Manners and respect all the time, man. That's right. Yo, Cooley, I see you, brother. More life, more love, more. Listen, live, live, live. Simple, man. I give thanks, family. We in this together. Divine connection is what we about. That's right. That's right. E. Wilson, that's right. We gonna connect the dots, man. We gonna connect the dots. Definitely sending kinetic energy to the brother. More strength to him and his family. You know, I love it. I love it. He asked about what I believe in God. I'll say this: I don't have no beliefs. I'm not uncertain. I know for a fact there's a God. We use the word God in conversation, but there's a divine force that governs all. I've seen it in my life. It was always in my life. I'm fully aware of it in my life, and I'm governed by such. And I give thanks. You know, the brother say he's a Christian. He said he believes in Jesus. I have no problem with that. Once that allows him to do the right thing, fine by me. In my father's house, many mansions. I have, so let's just move forward. We spent decades and years debating religion, we debate doctrine, we debate philosophy, education, who has a PhD, who got kicked out of school, who went to prison, who went to Harvard, who went to Howard. I mean, who is Jehovah's Witness, who's 7 days, who's Catholic, who's Anglican, we do all these divide and rule tactics. Meanwhile, the ones that do the controlling couldn't care less about none of the above. None. But let's continue to move forward, family. We have experienced the power of God. Oh, I love that one. I love that one, Daffodil. I love that one. So this is why we're here, family. This is why we're here. Like I said, some folks would like to stay in Egypt and be comfortable, and I have no problem with that. But as for me and my house, we go into the promised land. It's that simple. It's that simple, man. So yeah, show it to the brother, man. That was I see you too, family. I see you. I hope you're doing much better, considering I really sincerely hope you're doing way better. Shabbat shalom to you and your family as well. Hope everybody is fine. Give me a call as soon as you get a chance. Yeah, I talk to you. You know what I mean. Yeah, I see you. I won't call your name, but I give thanks for your presence as well. Is your brother said his algorithm in Massachusetts? That is crazy. Yo, listen, make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment. I think that's how the algorithm thing works. I really don't get it, but I know that they open the doors for who they want to let through. And I know they also shadow ban those who they don't want to. But the universe will lead accordingly. I'm telling you, don't forget the matrix. You can plug in and hack. But don't forget to unplug too, because the same way you access them, they access you. So do not forget to unplug. Don't ever stay so plugged in that you get sucked in. Don't stay so plugged in that you get sucked in. Get in, do what you got to do, and get back out. And keep it moving. Gather no moss. Gather no moss. But we got to alert the people. Like I said, we want solutions. We don't want to just play politics. The Donald Trumps and the Bidens and the back and forth and who's right and who's wrong, Democratic, Republican. Meanwhile, they're all just oppressing the people. We want solutions, real solutions. And right now, food security and securing the food is the first conversation. Again, if you're not having those conversations, if you're talking and having dialogue and discussing other things, if you don't allot a space, however big, however small, to discuss how we going to feed our people, you're wasting time. They're going to be eating human meat. They're going to be eating human meat. Y'all think I'm joking? Y'all think I'm joking? All right. Keep in mind that once you consume human, it's called cannibalism. Regardless of how they package it, regardless of how they market it. Yes, we're taking genes from humans and we're growing it in a test tube in a lab, so it's not really like eating a human being, but you're growing human tissue from human genes. All I'm saying, family, it is cannibalism. Remember where that first started. You see what I'm saying? We got to be clear on this thing with man and mankind. And then the humans. We got to be very clear. We all not the same, family. Don't forget, the Homo have a few species. The Homo sapien. Don't forget, it's two words. It's a suffix and a prefix. Homo is the prefix. It's prefixed to something else. There's Homo sapien, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis, or something like that. Don't forget, they're different, family. They're different. But anyhow, Israel need to get themselves organized here. Different day we living in, huh? Anyhow, I didn't plan to stick up too long tonight. This one came and just share some good energy. Remind the family, stay focused. Stay focused. Do not get caught up in the distractions. Have a plan, then work your plan. Plan your work, then work your plan. Make sure your plan includes food and agriculture. If you want more information on such things, the numbers on the screen. The area code is 246-838-8253. If you want more information on the way forward, if you want plan, if you don't have a family plan and you need a plan, feel free to call the number 246-838-8253. There are plenty of things going on that will surprise you. Fade as an organized nation. Yes, it's not an organization, it's an organized nation. We into nation building. Full stop. That's it. Restoration. First Nation. That's what we're talking about. All that other stuff, the world and the universe is indeed purging itself. Do not interfere. It is going to happen one way or another. In fact, the story about Sodom and Gomorrah is a good example. If I could find 10 good righteous people, would you save it? Nope. Go get them and tell them to leave. 5, 1. Listen, whoever you can find in that place that's righteous, go get them and tell them to come out of her and start a nation. Because as far as that, I'm going to destroy all. There will not be a stone left upon a stone to bear reference of what was that is no more. Let us not be deceived and naive in our thinking, family. Let us recognize that these things are going to happen. We're not here to fight that. We're here to build. We're here to build. You can't fight it and build it at the same time. Put all that energy we put into fighting into building, and I guarantee you we'll be more successful. Guaranteed. Because when you look at this right now, what they're going to do, what the system has always done is shuffle the deck. You had a gambling table. You had a table playing 21s. You're playing blackjack. Well, I should call it whitejack. You had a table at Vegas. The cards are already rigged and stacked against you. You don't know this, though. All they're going to do is shuffle the deck. And when you call for a new deck, they're going to bring you a new deck of rig cards. That's all. You're in Vegas. You're in their house. You cannot win in their house. I think Martin Luther said it best. I'm afraid I might have integrated my people into a burning house. Well, if you're in a burning house, the thing to do would be to get out. Get out. Come out of her. Okay, I see you, my brother. Words of today was for me. I got to stay focused. Ellison, like I told you, my brother, we going to talk. I got you connect. I'm going to give you a shout. We going to have a dialogue, man. You know what I'm saying? Emmanuel, build that ark. I'm on board. Listen, the ark building, building. And I'm not even the one building it. It's being built by all those that heed the calling that have been called for this time, that came forward for such a time as this. We are all workers for the kingdom. We are kingdom builders. Speaking of which, shout out to Sister White and her husband and their anniversary. I think they celebrated something recently. I may be wrong in terms of what anniversary, but I know they did an anniversary recently. So celebrate them and their togetherness and longevity. You know, family first, family. That's what's up. Oh, also, I got to definitely shout out to my people, the elder, man, House of Reawakening Minds. I got to shout out the family as well. Y'all know why. I'm going to leave it at that. It's only right. And I agree that it's time that we work on this alliance, forming these co-ops, coming together as one. It wouldn't be fair for me to not mention you, especially considering the works that y'all are doing. the many works that y'all are doing. You know, it's important that we, let me just get it right here. Here you go. It's important that we give respect where it is needed most. Sometimes we respect these politicians that don't even respect us. And we disrespect the elders in our community that would have been giving us knowledge and trying to show us the way, and we take for granted. So shout out to House of Reawakening Minds, the family over there, for sure, Grand Sheik, as well as the other brothers and sisters. Look, the rain started pouring just out. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. Always see that even the wind and rain, it's crazy. Yo, last night I had such an amazing experience. I wish I could have taken you all to it. It was just so celestial and amazing. I want to thank everyone that made that possible. Everyone that made that possible, man. Like I said, I am because we are. And it's simple as that, family. So having said that, what time is it? Yeah, we gonna get up out of here, man. Greetings to you too, family. I see you. I see you. Daffodil, know thyself, man. Know thyself. So the prices will be going up again. Just know. Yeah, well, we know this. That's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Yes, I can't make this stuff up, family. I can't. Yesterday was such an amazing. This week was super amazing. Yesterday was even so much more. And it brought so much clarity. It brought extra clarity to my destiny. And I am grateful for it. And I thank you, my elders that we spoke yesterday. I visited the elders, and I thank you for the words of wisdom, encouragement, and direction. I give thanks to you all. Y'all know who you are. Y'all go, the nameless ones, the ones who are not even interested in being named. You know, like I strive to be like you. I strive to be in that place where it's not important that it's Emmanuel who was behind this or behind that, because it's not me. I'm simply the vessel. And I give thanks for being able to recognize that I'm simply a vessel, and it's not even me. Not even me, but it's that divine force that governs accordingly. So I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. You know, having said that, family, wait, look, my maroon in the building. What going on, family? What going on, family? I see you. Shout out to the Maroons in Jamaica, of course, throughout the world, but especially the ones in Grenada. I got to tell you a secret. Grenada. Yo, Grenada, I can't wait to visit Grenada. In fact, before this year is over, yeah, we're doing a live from Grenada. We're doing one from Dominica. We're doing one from Grenada. Yes, we're going Dominica. We're going to light a fire in Dominica. For real. We're going to light a fire in Grenada. For real. It's that time. The Antilles is here, man. One Caribbean family. That's what we're dealing with. Oneness. And no flag can divide us. The water is what connects us. One nation. That's what's up. The empire. Long live the empire. Wayne, I see you, brother. I got to give you a call too, Wayne. I got to holler at you, man. We'll be subjected to eat less nutritious foods to give us health issues. Of course, you know what time it is. Listen, family. Let me say this, by the way. Yes, oneness for sure. For sure. Like that documents in man. CF like the documents in Selassie briefcase. You don't know. Oh, by the way, I got some of the documents that was in the briefcase though. we got some of the documents though. Trust what I tell you. Fade got the documents. That's what's up. That's what's up. We got the documents, man. Don't get tapped with it. Don't get tapped with it at all, family. It's that time. Soon and very soon. Soon and very soon. I'm so excited. I can't even wait to share that with y'all. But nothing before it's time. Nothing before it's time. But Fade making it happen, man. And, you know, we giving thanks. We giving thanks. Yeah, you're right to laugh, man. You're right to laugh. You're right to laugh. But nah, Grenada family, look, man. All I'm going to say, right, is that it's such a joy, you know. Pain may endure for the night. You know, you got Tufik. Listen, for some reason, right, Tufiks don't hit you till nighttime. You might be good all day. You got a little pain, whatever. But see when night come, jeez, on. Look, there's some correlation between night and toothaches. And anyone who has ever had a toothache knows exactly what I'm talking about. The system is like a toothache at night. Make you restless, toss and turn, struggle after struggle, trying to just rest, having 5-minute naps because the pain is so excruciating. It's heart-wrenching to some degree, man. Got you on your toes. You just can't wait till morning, man. You can't wait. Somebody say earache too. In fact, there's a relation between the earache and toothache. I get to find out there's a connection between the two. So perhaps there's something to do with the nervous system in that area. But look, you just can't wait till morning. You know why? Because joy comes in the morning. And what I mean by joy is that you can get to go to the dentist, go to the store, get a painkiller. Joy comes in the morning. There's nothing like morning. So I say that to say that let us endure this night, knowing that the morning is upon us. The sun is rising and joy is coming for sure. So as we began tonight with our own resident sister Indra, I think it's only right too that we, in like manner, where did she go? I'm looking for her video. There she is. In like manner, let's exit with another Indra. I think this is the one. I'm gonna pull this one up right here. I'm pull this one up right here, man. Let me pull this one up. Wait a minute. Yeah. Here you go. Share this one as we part ways tonight. For now, thanks to the brother for calling again. Like I said, we're living together here in this space. Yeah, it is to share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and grow together, family. Like I said, we're into nation building. We're into restoring the nation, the first nation, which is the creation. We ain't going nowhere without it, family. Nowhere without it, man. So blessed, so blessed, so blessed, so blessed.
Counting my blessings.
Count your blessings, family. Don't count the curses.
Every day.
Count them every day, family.
We are so blessed. I am so blessed. Yes, we're so blessed. Everything is so blessed.
Joy comes in the morning, family. Yes, to the guess who's Bizak. Listen, man, one thing y'all cannot do, and that's stop the joy. Stop the joy. At first, when I first started, would have had me with them joints, but nah, I good now, man. Family, we good. We good. We know what time it is. We know what to expect, and be ready for you on any level, straight up and down. So we're gonna pull this from the top. That's what we needed to pull this from the top. In fact, I'm glad because I want to say one more thing, family, before I go into So Blessed. Do not let people take up space in your consciousness that take you off your divine path. I'm going to say it again. Do not let people take up space in your consciousness that take you off your divine path. Know that anything that upsets you or ruffles you is there to teach you. So perspective is key. Rather than looking at it negatively, recognize what it is and collect the positive and turn it into something that you can use for your advancement and your liberty. Count your blessings, family. We always focus on what we don't want. We always speak of things that are past. Let's speak life, family. Speak life. Speak those things that aren't as though they are. Speak it into being. Speak as if it's already happened and move accordingly. To be involved in the FADE program, The Fade Nation is very simple, family. Give us a call, 246-838-8253. There are a number of things happening. And listen, man, I ain't even say no more. If you're interested, in fact, if the spirit lead the call, then it's you we're looking for. It's you, because us looking for you, what you're looking for is looking for you. Stay blessed, family. Hopeful and joyfulness all the time, man. Cannot stop the joy. Cannot stop the joy. Tell them joy. Joy within. Joy within.
So blessed.
Yes.
So blessed. Yeah, yes. We're so blessed. Everything is so blessed. It's an early morning by the river. What's that? It's the sound of running water.
Running water, man. Look at that, man.
Sunlight coming through those trees. Sweet bird song just a floating in the breeze. Ain't no fuss, no fight, no one, no strife. Every day we just live a truly blessed life. Too blessed to be stressed. Things are more than alright. Yeah. Giving thanks for life. Cause we
Thanks for life, man.
So blessed. I am so blessed. Yeah, yes, we're so blessed. Everything is so blessed.
Heart, man.
Walk in love and keep a clean heart. Every day's a chance to make a brand new start. Watch that pride that tries to hide sometimes. Stir up the love and make it bubble and arise. Stay inside of the light. Try to live right. Walk by faith, not by sight. Unite. When the darker days come, keep shining your light and let us seek in wisdom. Cause you are so blessed.
Seek wisdom, family. Seek ye first the kingdom.
So blessed.
Seek ye first the
Yeah,
kingdom.
we're so blessed.
And all righteousness to be added.
Everything is so blessed.
Remember, family, is righteousness and godliness. These politicians cannot do it. Government cannot do it. They cannot exalt the nation. Why? They do not practice righteousness. Only the people can do such a thing. We don't want to change nothing for us. It's not in their nature to be righteous. Only the divine can be righteous, family.
Every day. B-L-E-S-S-C-D. Yes, indeed, we bless. Only Jah we aim to please, not try and be impressed. Golden thunder promise that
Politicians can't get it done, family.
Just humble is the way me say, not puffing
That's right. Tell them, Angel, tell them. Yes.
So blessed. I am. So blessed.
Listen, hold up.
Yeah, yes, we're so blessed.
Stay up for the joyful, family.
So blessed.
Trust no politicians.
Every day. So
Righteousness exalts a nation,
in
family.
every place.
Remember that.
So blessed.
The ungodly are not so
Tell
here.
me say,
The
so
powerful that
blessed.
drive the way. This time coming, family. Leave them to their own
So
device.
blessed. I am so blessed.
So blessed.
You and me are so blessed.
Give thanks, Indra.
So blessed.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
So blessed.
The link is in the comments. For those who want to see some more of her music, go to her YouTube page. Make sure to like it. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Look at the water sunset. Look at that, man. Huh. Majestic, man. Majestic. It's love we dealing with, family. And it's love we defending, man. Family first. That's what we're dealing with. Stay upful, stay joyful. Yes, we could split hairs and stuff. But guess what? You got to speak the language of the people. You got to meet the people where they at and then bring them to a level of consciousness. Fade from unconsciousness to consciousness, from dark to light. Rastafari. Yeah, give thanks, family. Y'all make this all possible. Y'all make this real. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend and tell a friend. The energy just be divine, man. You know what I mean? So having said that, full joy tonight. Right now I'm wired. Wired. So going to channel my energy, connect with the earth. Yeah. Tell a friend. Listen, Dominica, let me tell you all something though. Real thing. I'll message to Dominica. Know yourself. Know yourself. Dominica. Know yourself here. Such a sacred space, such a sacred place with such divine people. It's time, Dominica. That's all I can tell you. Family, y'all have an upful, joyful evening. And let me pull that tune real quick, man. Let's put that in the put that in a minute. Let it just I listen not the first
every day. B-L-E-S-S-C-D. Yes, indeed, we bless. Only Jah we aim to please, not try and be impressed. Golden and the promise that a we are just humble is the way me say, not puffing up we chest, still we bless. So blessed, I so blessed. Yeah.
Listen to lyrics.
So blessed.
Lyrics, man.
Everything is so blessed.
They will not trade food for anything. Focus, analyze, develop, and execute. Don't you watch the progressive movement by the way. Remember and on the light, you already know, man. Go to the whole Caribbean, my family in Barbados, from top to bottom, left to right, to the right. Y'all know who y'all are.
You and me are so
See y'all on Magnificent Sunday, man.